The energies you should know about for the week ahead. We have the energies that you are currently in, the energies you should focus more on, and the energies that you have coming your way, and the advice for each zodiac sign. If you know your placements of your big three, your sun, moon, rising, and potentially Venus, you can click throughout the play bar and follow those signs. You might have multiple messages throughout this reading. For every single reading, just take what resonates and leave the rest. It's a collective reading, so not everything will resonate with you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to catch you in your reading. All right, Capricorns, welcome into your reading. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out what energies you are currently in, what energy you should focus on. We have the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. And the energy that you should focus more on is the Tower, 2 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So the energy that you are currently in, you're having to deal with something that has kind of come up into your life that is quite confusing to you. Maybe there's some energies of someone else sneaking around you and causing some sort of confusion, causing some sort of chaos, causing you to be really caught off guard, it feels like. And I feel like what's happening here is that you don't know all the details because maybe you have assumed someone's nature that they really weren't in that nature at all. And it's almost like, if I was to give an example, it's almost like giving the benefit of a doubt to someone. Like, let's just say, for example, if you see like a sweet little old grandma at a grocery store, you probably think that she's really sweet and that she's really kind and she's not going to do anything to harm you. But then she cuts you off in the parking lot because she wants to get out of the parking lot before you. You know what I mean? So it's almost like that, where you give the benefit of the doubt to someone that you think has this great nature about themselves, but for some reason the tables have turned for them to really show their ugly side. And I feel like it's caught you so off guard that you're at a pause. You're at a point where you're trying to reflect on things that you're just like, wait a minute, what's going on? So the energies that you need to focus on is synchronizing yourself back up to alignment with yourself, with the understanding that you are capable of taking care of yourself. If you were relying on this person, then you need to know that you can find strength within yourself and the connection with yourself to be able to get through this time. And that maybe there just needs to be an erasing of the energy there that you have connected with this person. Even if that means that they are like a really significant connection, like a soulmate or a twin flame or anything like that, that you feel deeply connected with. At this time, you should really focus on collecting back your energy and removing yourself from this connection, even if it's something that is really hard to do, because it's not benefiting you to just stay at a pause and really wonder why this person showed their ways of their nature right now. That's what's coming out here so far. But let's see what energy is coming your way in the near future. Card is coming out. That card is coming out. We've got the Magician, the Empress, and we've got the 5 of Wands for the near future. Yeah, it just shows to me that there's going to be a level, and that's not even showing on the screen. We'll get it to show on the screen. There we go. It's coming to me with these cards that there's a level of just making sure that you're not abandoning yourself. You're making sure that you are the one that's in control. And I feel like you're gaining control of where you go next, right? Whether that's, just improving your health, your mental health. Maybe it's improving things around you. Maybe it's getting things back to an order that you are comfortable with, and really taking care of your energy moving forward, and making sure you're not slipping away and you're actually going to be able to continue to build something with your life when you are already dependent on this other energy. I think it's time for you to kind of just collect yourself, really see where you're going in your life, and don't allow your future to kind of be forgotten about at this point. So I just see within the near future, you're getting back up on your feet, you're taking care of yourself, and you're making sure you're not writing yourself off here. All right, let's switch over to some oracle cards. What advice do you need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, or the universe? We have the Battle of the Blues and the Memories. Yeah, so I know this is kind of like something hard to deal with. And I mean, the memories cherished, the loved ones also kind of make me feel like there might be someone that has potentially passed away, and that might be something that you're dealing with. Like, why would someone, let's just say, for example, didn't want to battle cancer and they just decided to move on with their life instead of facing cancer, and then they ended up dying, younger than what they potentially could have. I mean, that might be something that you're dealing with, why you can't figure that out, something like that. But I think really what it's calling out here is, yes, you're going to be going through a hard time. The universe understands that you are. The spirit team that you have understands that you are, but you are being taken care of in that essence that it's time to continue to move towards your future and not allowing things to kind of hold you back from that, not allowing you to really get involved too much into the deep thinking about this other person, and kind of focus more on like the good things that you had, more of the positive energy that you had, and kind of stay focused and grounded into your own energy moving forward, and things will continue to progress to get better for you. So that's what I got for you, Capricorns. All right, Aquarius, welcome into your reading. We're trying to figure out what energy you're currently in, what energy you need to focus more on. We have the 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So with the energy that you are currently in, I kind of see that you are really taking a notion about where your energy lies. Where are you investing your energies? Where are you allowing your energies to go? It's almost like, for example, if you put your energies, invest your energies into something that you think is going to end up being short-lived, or is going to take up a very small amount of time, and then all of a sudden it's like it continues to grow into something more and more and more. Those things I feel like are being noticed by you at this moment in time, in this current energy, and I think you are kind of figuring out, like, maybe there's people that might be taking advantage of you, or maybe there's people that you might have a soft spot for and are kind of just giving your heart to these people. And I kind of feel like you're really noticing what's not helping you in this moment in time, and what you can take back and kind of weigh it out a bit more. How can you make it more balanced? How can you give that certain amount of energy that you would like to give, that you are used to giving, and also receive something back in return? I think that's what you're currently dealing with at this time. The energy that you need to focus more on is the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So very interesting energies here, where it seems like there is an energy that you are being focused to kind of see, right? Maybe this is an energy that you aren't really aware of, and you don't, like, it's almost like the reason why you're called to like look at these energies overall is because there's one specific energy that you are not seeing very clearly that is making you draw out something that you are wanting, right? There's something that you are manifesting, you're wanting to happen, but there is something that you are not eliminating from yourself to get there quicker, right? And I think this is something that you need to kind of see a bit more while you're focusing on all these other energies, that there's one specific energy that you should know about that is not doing you any service, and that you need to move away from, and you need to learn a lesson from this current energy that you're dealing with that is not giving you any sort of good energy back. right? So, what energy is coming in your near future? We have Chariot, Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely something here that is asking you to kind of like pick up your feet a little bit. There's something here that you are kind of just like resonating in with, or not resonating in, more like simmering in an energy that is done. It's over with. It's something that is kind of like a chapter in your life that you have gotten to the end of the book, the end chapter, and it's time to start the sequel. For some reason, there is an energy where I feel like it's like taking some of your belongings and moving them away to be able to start something fresh, start something new. What's another example I can give? It's almost like if you are, let's just say, growing a garden or growing a flower bed or something like that, and you decide to take what has a surplus of whatever and moving it somewhere else to start up something else for someone else. And then you start your own other garden somewhere else. And that's the kind of energy here where I'm feeling like is what's happening in the near future, is that you need to stop simmering in this energy of what it is that's finalized here. Pick up your feet, realize it's time to move, and continue to move on with something that is going to grow into something better for you, something that's going to improve yourself, something that's going to improve your situation, and things will get better in the near future for you if you decide to pick up your feet and start moving instead of simmering into an energy that is already finalized and already has given you the best value it possibly can, and there is no value there remaining. So what advice do you need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, or the universe? In these oracle cards, we have choices, vacation. So take time for relaxation and adventure. I think this is talking about really receding back from energies, right? Really receding back from people, places, things that maybe you are investing a lot into. Maybe these are energies that you are deeply connected with, and you are being asked to make the best choices, which usually means that you need to make the best choices for you. So instead of thinking about other people, which is the reason why you're asked to be taken away from other energies, you need to focus on yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. I can't really tell from my angle if this is actually a crown on this lady's head in the picture, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that you need to be your own royalty at this point. You need to be your own queen or king in this story and really allow the choices to be in your hands and to revolve around you. If you are used to be the person that is either prioritized the least or always doing stuff for other people, you need to really worry about yourself. You need to really put yourself first and make choices that are going to guarantee you happiness, success, adventure, better energy, things of that nature. So really call back yourself, really take time to yourself, make these choices that are good for you. Things will continue to improve for you by making choices that guarantee you that success. All right, Pisces, welcome into your reading. We're trying to figure out what energies you're currently in and what energies you need to focus on. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, the Hanged Man, King of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So something recently here, whether it's now or within this week, is something that's finally paying off for you, something that is finally working. It's almost like one of those type of energies where it's like, look, I told you so. I told you it was going to happen. It's finally a win for you that is long overdue. You've been potentially receiving a lot of L's here recently, potentially been down in your energy here recently. But within this week, within this current energy that you're feeling, something here is paying off for you where you are excited, you are amplified, you are kind of soaking it in here. You don't want this moment to kind of run away from you. You want to capitalize on this moment so much that you are abandoning everything that's around you and you are sitting in this energy and claiming it. Okay? So the energies that you need to focus on is the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. And I really feel like the current energy that you are in is something that you really need to focus more on. It's almost like an energy where not everything is finalized, not everything is over, and that you need to actually see that this is opening up something for you, something that is potentially coming into your life that can be a olive branch to something even more successful if you allow it to be. But it's almost like you need to kind of resonate with this energy for another reason other than being like, I told you, like, don't let the ego get involved here. You need to be more in the energy of kind of like making this energy work for you. You need to be more in the energy of kind of just pushing this truth, kind of just pushing these heartfelt emotions and allowing this energy to attract the right energies for you moving forward, whether that's people, whether that's places, whether that's whatever that this energy resonates with you. You need to allow this to be vocalized and attract back to you. It's almost like repopulating this energy. You've got to learn how to master this energy to be able to repopulate it, so that way it's continuing to feed itself. That's what you should focus on, is how can you continue to thrive off this energy without feeling like you're just going to come to an energy where you're roaring on a mountaintop, claiming your victory, and then you realize that the victory is over and you're just, I don't know. You can't just let it slip away. Is not necessarily on your side in this engagement. So I think you quickly need to act instead of holding back and just soaking it in. That's what I got for you on the energy you should focus on. The energy that is coming your way in the near future, we have Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So, yeah, like there's going to be a very heavy energy of working with someone, working with a partner. Maybe this partner can be yourself, but I really see that you are going to be heading in a direction where you kind of need to take your bumps and bruises and also like take your wins when you can, but don't really settle on the wins and continue moving on. But there's some lesson involved here as well. And I think it has something to do with either the partnership or the love aspect of this energy. But I really see you learning a lot about yourself and your connections with people, and maybe even the connection with yourself, and how you can continue to improve on that matter. And yeah, you're just going to get a lot of understanding from this. There's a lot of understanding that's going to be coming your way, and that you just really need to see. It's almost like an energy of like a life lesson, I guess you could say, or like a moment that was supposed to happen to kind of create an energy of passion or an energy of direction. So just keep that in mind, that there might be some answers coming your way as well. If you've been kind of praying for answers or manifesting answers for something in particular, you might be receiving that as well. Like why I can't hold on to love, or why I can't hold on to really good heartfelt connections, things like that. What energy of advice do we need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit team, or the universe? From the oracles, you have face your fears and self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Release the power of fear. So, I mean, this could be an energy of, like if you are so focused on needing something, if you are so focused on maybe needing love, maybe you're needing love from something or someone, then you need to realize that there's a fear involved there. If you're just like so desperately needing something to wipe away something else. And you've got to kind of dive deeper into that aspect of yourself, be very introspective, see what's underneath the surface, see why you have this attachment, and that maybe you need to lift the energies of yourself being in this solo mindset, being able to take on the things that you are lacking from a solo-minded standpoint, so that way you can grow more into that and take care of those energies and be able to nurture yourself. That's the advice that's being given here, so hopefully that makes sense to you, Pisces. Hello, Aries. Welcome into your reading. We're trying to figure out the energies that you should know about that's in your current energy and the energies that you should focus more on. We have the Four of Cups, King of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the World. All right. So it seems like there is an opportunity here for you to kind of make an impact on something, whether that's on your life and specifically, or whether that's, someone else's life. But it almost seems like you have the energy to be able to move in a direction that is yours, an energy that you are being called to, that resonates with you, and you're being given this opportunity. You're being able to give, or you are being given this time frame, and it's almost like an energy where you are having to act on this. This is a kind of like a welcoming card to you to really move forward into the energy that you've been called upon, or maybe this is an energy that you have asked for, and this is an energy where you are directing yourself at this point. You need to take leadership, you need to take direction, you need to be the one calling the shots. At least that's what it seems like in your current energy, and I feel like you shouldn't really settle on anything right now, and really just align yourself with your truth, because you know that you're capable of moving in the direction that you are called to, and you're already set up for success in that matter. So just move in that direction that you feel like you are being called to. And maybe it's time right now where in this current energy, you kind of got to close your ears. You got to kind of take yourself away from people that are telling you to move left or telling you to move right. You already know the game plan. You already know the distinct path moving forward. You already know all the curvatures and the left turns, right turns. You don't need anybody else telling you this at this point, or at least maybe that's the way you feel. But I think you're acting in your own truth, and that you should. So the energy that you should focus more on is the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the World card. And it just seems like there is an opportunity here that maybe you feel really connected with, that could be what you are lining up for yourself as your truth, and you are aiming for that. And maybe people are kind of telling you hey, maybe you need to think about this again. You've already thought about this enough. You already know that this is an energy that you feel called to, that you've asked for, and it's something that is going to give you this completion. It's something that is going to probably be life-changing for you, where maybe you're leaving something behind and you're ready to move forward and really take on the calling that is just there for you. It's going to be successful. It's going to be kind of like a freedom energy here. And this is an energy that you should focus on. This is an energy that you should really try to capitalize on and make do with it, because it is an energy that you've asked for. So that's really good energy that you should focus more on, is knowing that that's an energy you've asked for. All right. What energy is coming your way in the near future? We have Five of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords. So this is an energy that I'm feeling like in the near future that you might have people kind of seeing you differently. They might, I don't know. I just feel like this is an energy of you being alone. This is an energy where you are kind of focused on this task, focused on this path that you're on or going to be on. And this is potentially eliminating you from connections that you've previously had. Maybe it's coworkers, maybe it's just people that you were already in synchronicity with. And I mean, it could even be family that are looking at you differently and they're pulling away from you. And it's really showing you who the true people are that are truly supporting you, that are actually there with you, that are your ride or dies. And you are still starting something new, but it almost seems like you're having to deal with a lot of loss. You're having to deal with a lot of unexpected truths coming up and having to recover from that. You're just like, man, I'm doing the right thing for myself, but why is there so much hurt or guilt or displeasure or anything like that? But you're going to come out on top because you're still following your truth, and good energies will be attracted to you because you are following your truth. You're following your own leadership, your tutelage, everything like that. And the right people, the right energies that are going to be able to lift you up will also be attracted to you because you are focused on this King of Wands energy. Whenever you're yourself, whenever you're authentic, whenever you're full of this passion and leadership, the right people will surround you and pick you up off your feet, pick you up off this energy that is low vibrational, and will improve you. It will improve your quality of life. So let's see what kind of advice that we need to hear from angels, spirit team, ancestors, or the universe. Oracle or Aries, please. We have cheer up. Intuition. Yeah. So live in the moment. You feel like something's calling you. Take a leap of faith. Be able to see these signs. Be able to be present with yourself to understand the signs. And your intuition is leading you through a path that could be like an awakening for you. It could be a situation where maybe like it's start of a new chapter, start of a new career, start of a new whatever that you have your eye on, and things will get better with time. And it's just like, like starting over. If you move to a new city, you're pretty much looking for a new job, you're pretty much looking for new housing, you're pretty much looking for, if you're not already in a relationship that moved with you, you're looking for a new relationship. You're starting from the ground up. And yes, that can be very, low vibrational or very displeasuring, but you will soon gain all that back and then some with better energy because you are feeding it with good energy and within your own truth. And that's what you should focus on, is your own truth, and those energies will help lift you up. So that's what I got for you, Aries. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, Taurus, you are up next. What does Taurus need to know about their current energy? What should they be focused on? We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So the energy that you are currently in is that you are trying to remain in power. You are trying to remain on the ground that you feel like you have built. And it almost seems like you are searching for that love aspect. You're making sure that you are kind of like in tune with your heart space or what feels good to you. And the Hanged Man is just really you kind of collecting your thoughts. It's a time where you are making sure that you are protecting yourself, making sure that you are setting up the right boundaries, setting up the right routine, setting up the right sense of collective energy of yourself, and really making sure that you are not losing yourself in this moment. You don't want to lose touch with yourself. You don't want to lose touch with reality of what you feel like is true and authentic to you. That is your current energy. You're making sure that you're not losing connection with yourself. Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Queen of Wands as the energy that you should focus more on. And that seems to be like an energy of you needing to kind of like embrace in passion. You're trying to, I don't know, like it almost seems like you are needing to show people who you are, show people like, all right, I'm this energy, I am passionate about this, but you're not giving too much away either. It's almost like you're having to do something differently than the way that you are approaching something. And you are disappointing about this, but there's something good that you can head towards in this direction as long as you take the opportunity that is presented to yourself. And it's almost like you're having to really know when it's time to act on something good and when it's time to stop feeding the fuel to the fire of something that is not paying off for you. So follow what's feeling like it's connected with you, follow what's feeling like it's good energy, and focus on the thing that is actually working for you. Focus on the energy that is there for you and that is allowing you to feel that passion, allowing you to kind of culture that energy to make it into something that is you, that is authentic to you, that is greatly in your passion, that can kind of just make an imprint on other people's lives as well. So that's the energy that you should focus on. What is it that you are like changing in other people or changing in you, whatever the case may be for you, Taurus? So the energy that is currently coming your way, we have the Four of Pentacles, the World, and the Knight of Swords. So there is an energy here of, you maybe being complacent with something. Maybe it's an idea that you have that you are not ready to release yet. But if you release that idea of what you are so focused on that it's just not working and it's showing itself over and over again that it's not working, then I think you'll start to realize that you need to catch up with the things that are paying off for you, and that you're going to start heading in that direction. You're going to make sure that you are taking action on the things that are going to open up for you, that are going to show you, success and completion to you and happiness to you and paying off in some sort of reward. And I just feel like with you staying still on something that is bad, that you're just going to have a lot to catch up on for the good. I was going to use an example of something that I don't think I should, but I'll say it anyways. For those that are watching, just be mindful of where I'm coming from on this. But it's almost like, for example, if your house is on fire and you've already decided that you have collected all the things that you think are valuable to you, that are the most value, that are good things, that you need to have. And then you start to get in the energy of like, wait, there's time. I can go get more. I can go do more, whatever. And you start picking up more meaningless things and putting yourself in danger just because you're in that energy of like, gotta have everything. Or I gotta act on everything. Kind of like that. So just be careful. Don't get yourself burned. Don't put yourself in harmful energies, things of that nature. But let's see what advice we can get from your angels, ancestors, guides, or the universe with the oracles. Discover your courage, dragon, and potential. Think big for your future. So it seems like there is something that needs a change, that is calling you to change. And I think the advice here is that you're going to have to, have the courage to be able to act on this change, even if it's something that might be really hard for you. It might be something that is really hard for you to kind of move forward. But I mean, on the other side of this movement is just going to be something much, much bigger for you, something that has this greater potential, and it's going to, broaden your future. It's going to allow you to, have more awareness, have more receptivity I think is the word. But yeah, I think there's just going to be so much bigger things for you in the future as long as you're able to move on from past energies. Okay. Hello, Gemini. Welcome into your section of the video. The energies that you should know about and the energies that you should focus more on is the Three of Swords, Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so the energy that you are currently in is the Three of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Six of Cups. I feel like for some reason that you have recently received like bad news, but you're like making like the best of the scenario here. It's almost like something here has transpired to where maybe you didn't get what you want, or maybe, you know, someone just said something that wasn't like very nice to you, or like you just got some really disappointing news that kind of puts you in a slump, kind of puts you into a bad energy, made you really feel like you weren't resonated with. And then you turn it around by kind of, you know, just going back to what was working, what was making you happy, and kind of just focusing on better things, happier things, maybe even family, maybe friends, connecting with people, things of that nature. This could even be like an example of you dumping someone or being dumped by someone and getting back with an ex, or talking to somebody that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time, something like that. But you're just making like what's best of a scenario here that didn't really turn out in your favor, but you're trying to make your efforts and making your favors work out for you. But we have the energies that you should focus on is the Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords. And that's an energy of you kind of taking this on as like stress or anxiety, maybe even low-key depression, but it's almost like you're not really allowing yourself to see that. It's almost like you're taking it on and you're just absorbing it and you're absorbing it. And at some point you're going to absorb too much to where you finally realize that you need a detox. And the energy is here that there is some distractions that you're giving yourself that maybe you don't need to distract from this energy, and you kind of need to kind of like progress with this energy, kind of allow yourself to diagnose it, allow yourself to be a bit more brave, I guess you could say, against this energy. Maybe you're realizing that you're not doing some sort of healing from this, and that you need to do some healing, and that you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and not allowing yourself to slip into something that could be even worse for you by having all these distractions. So it's good that you are making best of a scenario, and it's good to have good energies around you, but at the same time, you don't want to allow yourself to slip into a hole that you can't get out of, or that takes you forever to get out of. And I think you need to just make sure that you are telling yourself the truth, make sure that you're telling other people the truth, make sure that, you know, you're doing the right thing for you, and kind of just taking care of yourself. Make sure that you have your own back. Make sure you have a shield on your back, so that way you're not stabbed in the back, and things will be good in that nature for you. So what energy is coming into the future for Gemini? We have Three of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it seems like help is on its way. I don't think that you're necessarily going to be in this energy forever, as long as you pay attention to what the energy actually is and what the energy is speaking to you. But the future shows that the energy of others are coming to help you. Maybe there is someone that you are connecting with that is going to help you through this painful mindset of loss, or a lost opportunity, or things of that nature, and that you're going to be able to work on this, progress through life with these energies, and you're not having to deal with it alone. And maybe it's a scenario of, like, say, if you lost your job, maybe someone will give you a week's worth of money for food or paying certain bills or whatever the case may be. Someone's going to have your back. Someone's going to make sure that you're taken care of in the right departments that you need it. And you're just moving and advancing as well and not staying still. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that you are able to take care of the things that need to be taken care of and growing and progressing. So, what advice does Gemini need to hear from their angels, ancestors, guides, or the universe? We have Archangel Gabriel, an animal bond. Stand up for all animals, messenger of creativity and hope. So, there's hope. There's hope around the corner. But I feel like this is kind of an energy of you kind of being placed back into a divine feminine energy. That obviously with that comes nurturing, comes healing, comes all these attributes that you need to take advantage of. Maybe you are in a divine masculine type of energy right now, and maybe it's time for you to kind of just, absorb into this divine feminine energy, and you'll be receiving answers that way. You'll be able to receive clarity that way. You'll be able to receive healing that way. And also, maybe it's time for you to, spend more time with your pets, or maybe it's time to get a pet. Maybe it's time for you to go to a zoo or a pet store. It could also be a cat cafe. You never know. But I just feel like maybe you're going to have some therapeutic type of energies with animals also that will give you more into this divine feminine energy. It'll allow you to kind of be more present, more relaxed, more focused on what the animals are teaching you. Might be able to receive some answers that way as well. That's what I got for you, Gemini. Hello, Cancers. Welcome into your section of the reading. We need to figure out the energies that you're currently in and the energies you should focus more on. Four of Pentacles, the Moon, Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. So there is an energy that you're currently dealing with. That is the Four of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Eight of Swords. Quite interesting energies. It's almost like not having closure for something, and you're maybe looking for something, but looking for it in all the wrong places. And it's kind of like it's right in front of you, but you're not seeing it. You're not allowing yourself to see it, which is weird. A weird energy to be in. What are you not allowing yourself to know? What are you not allowing yourself to know the truth of? Maybe you know it subconsciously, but you don't know it right there in front of your face. It's not really telling me what it is. It's just telling me that's kind of what's going on with you mentally, is that there's something that you probably know subconsciously, but you're not allowing yourself to really see it. You're not allowing yourself to really claim it. And you're holding on to some past truth that isn't yours to hold on to anymore. That might need to be let go of, because the energies that you should focus more on is the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. That there seems to be this past energy that you've not let go of. You've not allowed yourself to walk away from, and it's causing a lot of disruption right now for you mentally. It's causing a lot of distractions for you, in the way that you're focusing on your time, the way that you are, going forward into your future, things of that nature. And it's almost like you need to recalibrate your energies to focusing on your present moment, focusing on what you have, focusing on bettering your energies to match what it is that you have around you, so that way you can be more in fluidity of it and having high vibrant energies. So what you should focus on is, why are you not allowing yourself to see the truth? Why are you not allowing yourself to see what's in front of you? Why are you not allowing yourself to be present in this present moment? There's some distractions around you that you're not claiming as distractions. So what is that for you? How can you eliminate that? That's what you need to focus more on. The energy that is coming towards you in the near future, we have King of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So it's almost like you're accepting responsibility of something that is negative. Almost like you're accepting responsibility of like something that's hurting you, something that's emotionally draining. Maybe it's a place in your heart space that is not healed. You're taking responsibility of this. You're making sure that you're recognizing that. You're actually seeing it. You're actually, feeling it, and it's there. You know it is. And there's a point where you are going to be using that energy to kind of like paint a bigger picture. And it might be setting up things around you to change as well. It might be like kind of, I don't know. It's almost like you're using that as your story. You're using that as who you are. And you are affecting the things that are around you, right? You are making sure that if this hurt me, I'm going to change it to where it doesn't hurt me. Or if this is, I don't know, a good piece of information to use, I'm going to use it as my story to kind of change the world or something like that. It could be your influence to do something as well. So let's just say, for example, with me, I got into tarot basically from a broken relationship. And that was my main influence to start reading tarot for people and getting involved in tarot, really. So that could be a very similar situation for you, where whatever this thing is, you might be using that as like your purpose or as your thing to like move in a direction of something that you feel like you can use as your passion, use as your reason to change the world, whatever the case may be for you. What advice does Cancer need to hear with the oracles from their angels, ancestors, spirit team, or universe of enlightenment and children? Okay, so this might be for some of you. I don't necessarily resonate with this message with what's going on right here, but it might be kind of like a side plot here, where the children card came out. Know that your children are protected. So for those that need to hear that message, there's a message. Know that your angels, ancestors, spirit team, universe is protecting children, protecting maybe even your future children. There's no risk involved here from that. And then enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. This is a time where you need to move into what you're being called to do, whether that's a new passion, whether that's, changing your future, whether that's helping people with similar problems. There's something here that spirit wants you to see that you're not allowing yourself to see, that you're supposed to grow into. So that's the advice here, is whatever that resonates with you, whatever you're not allowing yourself to see or deal with, you're growing into that with spiritual growth. And it's a spiritual journey you're supposed to be on. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, Leos, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out the current energies you're in and the current energies you should focus more on. We've got the 10 of Cups, the High Priestess, the 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the 6 of Swords. Man, this is some really good energies from you, Leo. The energy that you're currently in is, I feel like there's some things that you are understanding now. There are some things that are making a lot of sense to you. You're feeding a lot of energy back into you, and you're seeing a lot of results. You're seeing a lot of good impact on maybe some of the connections in your life, or maybe you're seeing a lot of impact on, whatever it is that you're doing. Let's just say, for example, if you do something with like physical health, right? And you are someone that has like this calendar for like healthy eating, and a lot of people use it, and you see a lot of people coming back to you saying this is like the best thing ever, I see you kind of like getting results from that. I see that you're making a lot of change in community. You're receiving a lot of feedback. You're receiving a lot of abundance. You're receiving a lot of gratitude, things of that nature. And it's just enriching yourself. And you're seeing what's working. And whatever it is that you've shifted to where you're like dedicating it on like the energy of hard work or the energy of staying true to that craft or giving a little bit more of your attention or your time, is paying off. It's really, really paying off in this moment in time. So much so that the energy that you are needing to focus on is the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Six of Swords, which means to me that you're having a lot of success in one area, but it's also opening up a side door here where you're able to kind of like branch off into like a different path to also grow more into this energy, this successful energy. So I honestly am feeling like it's a lot to do with like a business for you, Leo. It doesn't have to be, but it's almost like to me that it's talking about a business. But if it's not, and it's career related and you're just working for somebody, it could be talking about maybe a promotion of sorts for some of you. But I really see this being like an energy of you kind of like branching off into something. Maybe you have a collection of things that you're working on, and this one main thing's working and some other things aren't. And then whatever this main thing that is working, you're going to be able to branch off to that and grow something else over here and potentially eliminate this over here. So that's kind of like what's coming to my mind here. And there's more things for you to kind of look at along the way and kind of absorb more knowledge as well. But I feel like that's just growing you internally as well. And whatever this newfound energy is, you should kind of use it more in your favor as well. So the energy that is currently coming your way, we have High Priest, which is the Hierophant in this deck, Death card, and the Nine of Wands. So, interesting card pulls here. Hierophant, Death card, Nine of Wands. And that kind of signifies to me that there's something that you potentially have had an agreement with. There's something that you've had a connection with that maybe is blocking you from moving forward. Maybe it's someone that is giving you insight. This could be a boss. This could be someone that you're partnered with for business. And I think it's time that you just like cut it off. And that's kind of what the future energy is. And that could be in relation to the things that aren't working, right? Like you had that one main thing that's working that you can branch off from. And now you're realizing that, hey, maybe this time to let these other things go. And that could be where that partnership also comes from, is that those things that aren't working, you figured out something for yourself that is working. And now you got something that's not working. Maybe it's time to let that go. Okay. So advice from your angels, ancestors, spirit team, or the universe. We have friendship and the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, so maybe there is some connections here that needs to be cut off that isn't growing. And maybe this is what it's talking about. Maybe there is a selection of friends that are like really good for you. And then maybe there's a section of friends that aren't really good for you. And maybe you can branch off these good friends and erase some of these bad friends, I guess. But it's almost like making sure that you're not taking on like the wrong things. It's like, for example, if you hang around with someone for so long, you start to become a lot like them, right? There's some things that you absorb from them and you become who's in your inner circle. So it could be like as simple as having someone's laugh or like having some sort of similarity to that. But you also don't want to absorb like the wrong morals, the wrong mindsets, the wrong energies, and kind of making sure that you stray away from that. Making sure you stay true to yourself, making sure you stay true to the positive energies that you're focused on, and things will work out in your favor, Leo. So that's what I got for you. Hello, Virgos. Welcome into your section of the reading. We're trying to figure out what your energy is currently and what energies you need to focus more on. Starting out with the Ten of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, and the High Priest. So right now there's something in your life currently that has had some sort of ending and you're kind of confused by it. It's almost like there's an energy of you being blamed for something here that you had no wrongdoing of, and it's kind of confusing. It's almost like, for example, if you do something and it's not working out and you decide to like cut it off, and then someone blames you for cutting it off, but you know you were doing the right thing, but since they're the ones accusing you, you might be an impressionable type of person that you might start claiming that energy of like, well, why did I do that? If so-and-so believes that it's the right thing, why did I do that? So I think that's kind of like what this is talking about here, is that there's an ending that I feel like you did the right thing for, and you're unsure why maybe other people are kind of blaming you for ending it, giving you a bad rap or something like that. But it's almost like an energy that you shouldn't really like sit in. It's an energy that is confusing to you. You're trying to figure it all out. It's on your mind a lot, but it's an energy that you probably shouldn't be in at all. It's an energy that is a waste of your time. It's an energy that is just going to bug the crap out of you, and it's only going to lower your energy. The energy that you should put more attention to is this Ace of Pentacles, Justice card, and the Hierophant. There's something here that is going to kind of like prove to you that you did do the right thing. There is a new energy coming in that is going to be like, you know that thing over there that you just let go? You freed it up, an energy for this new thing to come in, and it's going to really like paint a picture here that, hey, the universe has got your back, or someone in your energy field of this Hierophant might actually be the one to prove to you that you did do the right thing. And it might even be you taking responsibility of your own future. It might be you going into business for yourself. And I just see you kind of like having this command of knowing that you're doing the right thing. And that's what you should focus on, is knowing that you're opening yourself up to something better than what you had previously. So just understand that. That's what you should focus on, is knowing that you're opening yourself up to something better. What energy is currently coming Virgo's way? We have Six of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So there's going to be a bit of a delay, which might lead you to believing like, oh, maybe something isn't actually coming up for me. But I feel like the more that you are waiting, the more that you're taking care of your own energy, the more you're being guided and directed to certain things. And it might be allowing you to open up to a lot of different things. So let's just say, for example, if you are in the job market of looking for a new job, you might be like puzzled why you can't get a job interview, and you're just going to be like, what do I got to do to get a job interview? And then all of a sudden, a plethora of job interviews comes up to you. It's just going to take time, and the right thing has to be waiting around the corner for you. And I think there's a timing for that as well. So whatever this right thing for you is, there's something going on with it behind the scenes, and it's just waiting. And then all of a sudden it opens up, and there it is. It's going to be delivered right at your doorstep, kinda. Still going to have to work for it. You still have to walk in that direction, but I think it's going to show up for you sooner rather than later. but it's just a timing aspect at this moment in time. But don't let yourself wander off too far away from what it is that you're aiming for, right? So like, let's just say you are in a job search right now and you're used to doing billing and finances, okay? And then all of a sudden you start to think about, well, if I can't find a job in billing and finances, maybe I need to go be, I don't know, a barista or something at a coffee shop. And that's not in your repertoire. That's not who you are. The right thing is going to find you. Just got to be patient. Don't go outside of your exploration zone that you're used to. So what advice do we need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, or the universe? We have face your fears. We have leadership. I kind of feel like the facing the fears is talking about maybe the people that you fear around you, right? Maybe there's people that you are fearful to disappoint, but you got to believe in your own actions. You got to have faith in what you are knowledgeable on. You know, like if something's not working out, you got to make a change, right? Even if other people don't approve of that, you're doing the right thing for you. And I think you got to make sure that you are sticking to what you feel like is meant for you, or feel like is your goals or your dreams or whatever have you. But whatever that fear is for you, make sure it isn't like controlling you. And that's kind of what Spirit is saying here, is make sure that you are, you know, more empowered and less fearful about whatever this attachment is. That's what I got for you. All right, Libras, welcome into your section of the video. We are trying to figure out the current energies you are in and the current energies you should focus more on. We have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, Four of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Okay, so there is an energy here that you're currently in where you are trying to, I guess, claim your own power. You are in this independent stage where you don't need anybody else to say so, don't need anybody else's input. You don't need to kind of make other people happy. You don't need to be warned about anything. You are kind of like, I need to see things for myself. I need to be able to make sure that what it is I'm doing, I'm actually connected with it. And it's not like I'm doing things for myself, but I'm like tagging along with it. You're making sure that you are in control, you're in power, and you can make the changes that is needed. You need to be able to have full control, be able to have full say-so over the path that you're trying to go down. And you're not allowing other people to have the steering wheel to drive you into the ground or to drive you off the runway, whatever have you here. But I think you are probably in the right for this, and you should continue to stay strong with this power that you have right now and just doing what you know is best for you, because the energies that you should focus more on is the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Swords, which means to me that there has been a lot of say-so here recently that is just leaving you ultimately confused about your path that you're going down. It's kind of leaving you at a stalemate. You're kind of unsure about what's going on. And I think you just need to have that time to kind of clear up those thoughts and to clear away these energies that are kind of bugging you right now, and making sure that you are resonating with the path that you are going down, and maybe even having more full control over your life in general, and clearing up any sort of questions or confusion or anything that is currently bugging you, and just become more into understanding of what it is that you don't know, right? Maybe clearing up anything that you have questions about, or maybe clearing up anything that you are confused about going in a certain direction, right? And using your abilities to bring in the resources to clear up anything that is kind of like a stain on your life at this current moment in time, and recalibrate yourself and take back control of your energies. So let's see the energies that are supposed to be coming into your life in the near future. We have the Four of Wands, We have the Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands. So yeah, kind of feel like this is talking about you having more focus on the future than you have had in the past. And I feel like the reason why that is because you have more of a say-so now than what you may have had in the past. And with the Ten of Swords, I just feel like this is talking about like maybe a past version of yourself that you were letting go of, and that you were releasing something to allow yourself to open up to new resources, allow yourself to open up to new connections, maybe a new passion, maybe new people that can come into your life to share this passion with you or share these common interests, and really allowing yourself to open up to maybe a true authentic self that you are, and claiming that power, claiming that interest or that energy of people that resonate with you. And I think it's going to be very, very impactful, because it's going to really, really open your eyes to something better for your future and really allowing that connection to grow. So what advice do we need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, or the universe? We have gratitude and go with the flow. Be grateful for all that you have. Let things happen. So interesting energies here. I do feel like that's kind of what you're doing right now, is you're going with the flow of what you feel like you resonate with, that you feel like you have control over. And I think it's pointing you in the right directions. And I think what's going to help this flow continue is you having this sort of gratitude of this release, right? Being able to say like, man, I'm really glad I was able to let that go, or man, I was really glad to be able to overcome that challenge, or things of that nature. And maybe even like the resources that are coming into your life, be like, man, I'm really grateful for like this energy that is coming my way. It's just like how recently, for me, I've been very grateful for anything that I have received. And I feel like it's opened up a flow of abundance to that, to amplify even more. And I think that you can do something equal to that, Libra. So I think that's what Spirit is asking you for, is just to be a bit more open, grateful, and the energy will be matched and multiply. So that's what I got for you. All right, Scorpio, welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to figure out the current energies you are in and the energies that you should focus more on. We have the Fool, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. All right, so the energy that you're currently in is kind of like experiencing something new. I don't necessarily think that it's like something that you are starting. I think this is an energy of something that you're already established in, something that you're grounded in, something that you have been catering to and nurturing for, but it's almost like a different perspective, or it's almost like a fresh energy coming into that is going to give it some life, that is going to give it some potential, that is going to give you some sort of return in energy. And it feels really, really good. It feels like this is something that you've been waiting for. This is something that you knew could happen. And I think it is happening. I think this is something that maybe, even though it's in your current energy, it may be something that you're not even realizing that is happening or taking place. There is something here that is taking growth, that is having this potential to really bring in new life into something that you've had for a while. So that's really exciting, and it's going to be very fulfilling for you. The energy that you need to focus more on is the Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands, which to me talks about, making the effort to resonate with the energies that are coming in, allowing those feelings to be amplified within yourself, taking care of yourself during this time as well, not getting carried away with things, not letting yourself get into a void of uncontrollable thoughts. And it does seem like there's a mixture of energy here where you are contemplating things, but I think what needs to happen here and what you need to focus on is being able to make the changes that you have doubts about, right? Being able to say, okay, if I doubt that this tree that I planted in my backyard is going to hold up, let me make sure that I put in enough energy, put in enough change to reassure myself that the tree will hold up. Whether that's, putting rope, tying it down, staking it down, making sure that it's going to grow straight, or whether that's, putting water at the tree, on the tree, every single night before you go to bed, and making sure that it's giving all the right nutrients that it needs to grow, to give you that clarification like, hey, this is actually going to work, right? You got to be able to make those changes to know that things are actually going to work. And that's what you need to resonate with. That's what you need to focus on. Don't allow yourself to dip into the idea of like, oh man, this ain't going to work. You need to dip in the idea of, I can make the changes to make it work. I have the potential. I have the access. I have the capability of doing this. And you should. So, what energy is coming to you in the future, in the near future? We have the World, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So the energy that is coming to you in the near future is being able to release something that you have had trouble releasing before. Maybe it's something that has to do with the divine masculine energy. And whenever you are able to release this energy, is opening you up to newfound success. It's opening you up to what it is that you were seeking this whole time. It's going to open you up to the grand prize that you had the map for, and X marks the spot. All you had to do was dig it up. Releasing this energy that is contributed to your divine masculine energy is opening you up to this path. So this might be the change that you have to take to get away from these unwavering thoughts that are dipping you into a negative energy, right? It could just be your divine masculine pulling you down because you feel like you're supposed to be acting one way, but really you should be following your heart in a different way. Okay? So whatever that resonates for you, that's what I see you overcoming, releasing that burden, and you're opening yourself up to being able to have the potential to dig up that treasure chest that you had the map for this whole time. So, what advice do you need to hear from your angels, ancestors, spirit team, or the universe? We have celebration and dreams. Believe in your dreams can come true, and celebration, let go and have fun. And by letting go, maybe it's the rigid, rough nature of your divine masculine. And like I said, following the heart to having fun, freedom, joy, just doing it out of passion and out of love. Whatever your dream is that you're working on right now, that's what it's calling you to do. Follow your heart, follow your passion, and let it grow with that, and things will become better for you. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you. We are trying to figure out what energies you need to know about currently and what energies you should focus more on. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, Hanged Man, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So this is really interesting here, where I feel like the current energy that you are in is something that maybe you are looking at of like, oh snap, this wasn't what I was expecting. This wasn't what I was counting on. This wasn't what I thought was predicted. And now you're having to kind of like gear things back up or rework things. And you're kind of focused on that like, oh snap moment, like what just happened. And I think you're having to currently collect your energies and making sure that you're taking care of yourself. It's almost like a unpredictable thing that has happened, right? And now you're having to come out of that. Now you're having to come out of it the same or grow into something. But the only thing that remains true to you is your cup. You hold your cup high and mighty on your horseback, and you've got to protect that cup. You've got to be the one that's in control of that cup. Nothing can really contaminate that cup besides you. So allowing yourself to have control over your own thoughts, allow yourself to have control over your own energies and what energies are in your cup, it's all on you. So just allow yourself to kind of rework this current energy that you have to really best resonate with you and to really give you the best results that can possibly come out of it. And you're going to be okay. The energies that you should focus more on is the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, where, yeah, there's just some like unfruitful type of energies that are maybe clinging on to you that you're having to kind of diagnose, or that you should try to diagnose and eliminate those things, because those things are preventing you from being able to have fun. Those things are preventing you from being able to love. Those things are preventing you from being able to be happy and just see the good things in people, or good things in others, or other things, whatever that may resonate with you. So there's certain energies that you're going to have to potentially have a cord cutting on, and just don't allow that to, depict what you feel about certain things, and really resonate with how you actually feel about certain things, and kind of, I guess, cut off the mask, cut off the mask of what it is that you think it is, and really try to reveal the truth of what it actually is, and things will prepare you to get better with that than what you're dealing with right now. So the energy, get these cards right. The energy that is currently coming your way, we have the Eight of Wands, the Hermit, and the Two of Swords. So the more that you are able to sit with yourself, the more that you are able to kind of take on your own independent energies, and knowing what those independent energies say, the answers are coming to you to clear up any sort of injustice, any sort of confusion, any sort of challenges that you may have going on right now, and that the momentum is regained by you to kind of just stay on your path whenever you felt like you were kind of at a standstill with it, and you're able to just move on from this energy that you're currently dealing with. So I think what you need to do is just be like the Hermit and kind of allow yourself to resonate with your own energies. And really, I think what's really happening is that you're absorbing too much of somebody else. It's almost like if you are, let's say, dealing with something, and this other person, okay, let me give it another example. If you really want to watch this movie really, really bad, and then you listen to someone's opinion about the movie, and it's just like horrific, it's terrible, whatever, and it gives you the opinion that maybe you shouldn't watch it, right? And you're putting too much faith into that, but there was a really strong calling for you to actually watch it. And then when you do watch it, you don't know what that other person was talking about. It's almost like you're putting too much thought or concern into someone else's thought or opinion, and that you really should have your own. You should really be able to test out your own opinion on things versus just staying true to what they're saying. So let's see what advice we can get from your angels, ancestors, spirit team, or the universe. We have creative wonderment, and we have memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. Follow your passion. So yeah, I think it speaks true to itself here with the Knight of Cups, is just really feel what you're called to. Really allow yourself to experience the things that you feel like you need to experience, and don't allow other people to kind of depict whether you should or you shouldn't, or whether it's a bad idea to do a certain thing, right? And then cherish the memories of loved ones. I think this is just talking about, really understanding that a lot of the things that you've already experienced, a lot of the things that you already have, are things that you set yourself up for and that you can continue to do that. So just remember the times that you've been able to, act on your own accord, act on your own word of doing something, and that it has paid off for you. So just keep that in mind and continue to do that for the things in your future or the things that you're currently dealing with at the moment, and things will pay off for you, Sagittarius. But that's what I got for you. So hopefully all that makes sense. And for those that have stuck around till the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. I gratefully appreciate every single last one of you for trusting me with your energies to read for you. And if you are wondering what's the next chapter in love going to be like for you, or how to get back on the right track towards your path, there will be 2 videos at the end screen. You can go ahead and click on those, and those will give you great insights on those 2 topics. But I gratefully appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.